Welcome to My Kiwi Christmas HQ. Hidden in the frosty hills of New Zealand's South Island, this magical place is full of mystery, mayhem, and a whole lot of mischief from some very clever cats. I'm your storyteller today, and we're diving into the first case of the season. So grab a fluffy blanket and a hot drink, because this winter tale begins on a morning that felt colder than a snowman's nose. The Sleigh Bell Secret. It was one of those chilly August mornings where the mist rolled down the hills like spilled milk. The frosty grass crunched under Max's boots outside, while inside the old HQ cottage, every window was fogged and the fire crackled with cozy pops. But upstairs, something jingled. Jingle, jingle. Just once, faint like it came from somewhere it shouldn't. Onyx's ears perked up from the warm basket beside the hearth. The young black kitten stretched, blinking her amber eyes. "Did anyone else hear that?" she mewed, leaping onto the table and sending a pile of blueprints fluttering. Murchie, sleek and cool as ever, lifted his head from Pip's armchair. "I hear a lot of things, Onyx. Most of them are you." "It came from the attic," she whispered, her tail twitching with excitement. Diablo, who was neatly perched on the windowsill above the heater, glanced toward the ceiling. "Likely just wind whistling through the beams. This place moans louder than Uncle Baz when someone uses the last biscuit." But Onyx was already padding up the rafters toward the ceiling hatch. Murchie groaned. "I suppose we're investigating then. Add this one to the winter file. Mysterious mid-morning jingling." The cats slipped through the attic hatch, the cold air nipping at their fur. The attic was freezing, filled with the scent of aged wood and peppermint oil soaked into the beams. A draft stirred loose dust into the air. "Over there," whispered Onyx, pointing with her paw. "That box moved." A small cardboard box in the far corner of the attic trembled slightly. Then it stopped. "Could be a mouse," said Murchie, though his ears were alert now. Onyx creeped forward and with a little nudge popped the lid. Inside, nestled in a bed of old cloth, was a single bronze sleigh bell. Faded red ribbon, dusty, but somehow magical. As soon as her paw brushed it, jingle! A crisp, merry ring that echoed too perfectly in the cold attic air. All three cats leapt back. It's alive!" Onyx squisped. "Don't be ridiculous," Diablo muttered, though her green eyes narrowed. "Bells don't ring without motion." "Well, this one does," Murchie murmured. Just then, Pip's voice called up from below. "Oi! Anyone seen my lucky pencil? And why does it smell like soot in here?" Moments later, his head popped through the hatch. "What are you lot?" "Oh." He blinked at the bell in Onyx's paw. "That," he said slowly, "shouldn't be here." Back downstairs, in the cozy warmth of the kitchen, Pip placed the bell on a folded tea towel. Max bustled in with snow still clinging to his hoodie. "Found it in the attic," Onyx explained proudly. "Not just any bell," Pip said, wiping it clean. "This little beauty is from the very first sleigh prototype we ever built here at HQ, way before wind turbines and candy machines. Back then, it was just me, a battered sled, and Trevor the goat." "Wait, Trevor was real?" Diablo looked scandalized. "I thought he was a myth." Pip chuckled. "Real as reindeer. But the bell, she vanished in the big barn flood 10 years ago. Thought I'd lost her for good." He turned the bell in his hand. Engraved on the back were the letters PHQ, and below that a tiny snowflake. "Pip's Holiday Quarter?" Murchie guessed. "Pip's Holiday HQ," Pip corrected proudly. "That's what I used to call the project before it became, well, this." Onyx twitched. "But who put it in the attic? Why now?" "That," Pip said, eyes glinting, "is the real mystery." Back in the attic, The cats returned to the spot where the bell had rested. Beneath the dusty box, Onyx's paw brushed something crackly. "Paper," she whispered, "old paper." They pulled it out gently. It was a blueprint, yellowed with age and slightly torn. "A sleigh engine," Diablo murmured, "but I've never seen this model." "It says version 0. That means before the first one, right?" Murchie tilted his head. "And look, here!" At the bottom corner of the blueprint was a large black X, smack in the center of what looked like the workshop layout. "The middle of the barn. There's something under there." The three cats exchanged a look. A bell that rang on its own, a sleigh design that predates everything at HQ, and a map leading to something buried under their paws. "This case," said Murchie, "just got interesting." Thanks for joining us for the Sleigh Bell Secret, the very first case from My Kiwi Christmas HQ. Now we have to ask, how did the bell make its way back in winter? Who or what put it there? Tune in next time when our curious cats follow the mysterious blueprint into the workshop floorboards in Whiskers in the Workshop. Until then, stay curious, stay cozy, and keep your whiskers twitching. There's always magic just beneath the snow.